Good morning, grade 6 learners! Welcome to another Science Terrific episode here in Valenzuela FB Live. New quarter, new amazing concepts to learn. Make yourself excited as we are about to explore each systems in our body. So before we start, let me remind everyone to obey the following rules. First, don't forget to type your name followed by the name of your school in the comment box below. This will serve as your attendance and our means of acknowledging your presence in today's session. Again, you type your name and the name of your school in the comment box below. Second, if you want to participate in today's discussion by answering my questions, feel free to use the comment box. If you also have questions in mind that you want to clarify, you may type your questions below and I'll try my best to answer it later. So our today's lesson is based on the most essential learning competencies in Science 6. It explains how the organs of each organ system work together. And at the end of this session, learners must be able to identify and describe the functions of the organs of the integumentary system and how it works. So let's have a quick review of the last topic that we had. Can you still recall the function of this system? Correct! This is the skeletal system, and its main function is to provide support for the body and it gives shape. The bones in this system protect our organs and enable us to move. But remember, bones cannot do it alone. That's why we have another system here. Can you recall its main function? Very good. Muscles in this muscular system work together with bones for us to be able to move. You all have really good memory and that's awesome. Since we are talking organs here, just like the bones and the muscle, let me ask you again a question. What do you think is the largest organ that we have in our body? Think. So, if your answer is brain, you better think twice. If your answer is liver, try again. Because the largest organ in our body is none other than the skin. Not all organs should be found inside or internal organs. It can also be found outside or what we call the external organs, just like the skin. Adults carry about 8 pounds or 3.6 kilograms and about 2 square meters of it. And skin is part of one of the body systems that we have, the integumentary system. So for us to determine the other parts of the integumentary system aside from the skin, let us rearrange these letters. Are you ready? First word, we have letters A, R, H, I. So what is the word? Correct. The word is hair. Next, we have letters D, A, G, S, L, N. What do you think is the word? You are right. The word is glands. Third, we have letters S, R, E, E, N, V. What is the hidden word? Good job. It's nerves. Next, we have L, N, S, A, I. So what do you think is the hidden word? Very good. We have nails. The integumentary system is composed of skin, hair, glands, nerves, and nails. So how important is the integumentary system? Let us now talk about the functions of each organ that works together. So do you have any idea of the function of the largest organ in our body? The skin? You may type your ideas and guesses below. I want you to meet Ben. Ben is a normal guy. You don't see Ben walking like this or even like this because Ben has skin. So one of the most important functions of the skin is that it covers our living tissues and organs. Can you imagine someone sitting beside you and you see his lungs moving and even his heart beating because he wasn't covered with skin? That would be horrifying. And because the skin covers our body, infectious organisms cannot easily enter our body. Therefore, skin also protects us against invasion of infectious organisms such as viruses and bacteria. Since they cannot easily enter our body, most of the virus and bacteria are present in our skin. This is the reason why we are advised to frequently wash our hands with water and soap and rub on alcohol to kill and wipe away all the infectious organisms in our skin, including the COVID-19 virus. So never forget to wash your hands as often as possible. The skin also serves as a waterproof layer that keeps water inside us. Thus, we don't get dehydrated. It regulates the body temperature as thermoregulatory or controlling the body's heat. Also, when we do intense activities, our body temperature rises and we perspire. This is because our skin regulates the body temperature of the body. Our body secretes waste in the form of water, salt, and other substances, and this will give our body an immediate cooling effect. Our skin also makes us feel things, meaning our skin together with the nerves acts as a receptor for touch, pain, heat, and cold. It gives us the sense of touch. And if we look closely to our skin and then examine it, we will find that it is divided into 3 layers. So what are these layers? Do you have an idea? So try to fill these blanks with consonants to get the 3 layers of the skin. Type your answers in our comment box. So this is the normal skin layer. So what is the first layer? Very good. It's epidermis. Epidermis is the layer of the skin that we can see. It appears scaly because it is composed of layers of flat and dead cells. New cells are formed in the deepest part of the epidermis. Newest cells move upward and epidermis replacing the older cells. So basically, what we are seeing right now are already dead skin cells. These cells are filled with keratin, a substance that blocks water and microorganisms from entering the skin. And did you know that our skin cells are very active and that we are losing 30,000 to 40,000 skin cells each minute without us noticing? That would be equivalent to 4 kilograms of skin per year. Do not worry wearing out of skin because our epidermis is doing its job to replace our skin cells. And the skin has tiny openings called pores. And pores, this is where sweat and oil leave the body. Epidermis also has a substance called melanin produced by melanocytes. It gives color to our skin. So the more melanin you have, the darker your skin is. So next layer to epidermis is, guess the word. Very good. It's dermis. So dermis contains nerve endings, blood vessels, oil glands, sweat glands, and hair follicle. Nerve endings are actually part of another system in our body, which is the nervous system. This is essential for sensations such as touch, pain, heat, and pressure. Blood vessels are very abundant in the dermis to make sure that oxygen is well distributed to all parts of the body. Sebaceous gland or the oil gland can also be found in the dermis. From its name, it is the gland that secretes oil called sebum. Sebum lubricates and waterproofs the surface of the skin and hair. But too much production of sebum may clog pores and produce microorganisms that may lead to infections. This may lead to pimples. And another gland located in dermis is the sweat gland. It produces sweat which goes out to our pores or the tiny holes in our skin. So can you guess the last layer of the skin? Very good. So the last layer is hypodermis. So the last layer of our skin is the hypodermis. It is also known as subcutaneous layer or subcutaneous tissue. This layer is mostly composed of fats, and these fats serves as food and energy storage. Fats also help our body stay warm and it absorbs shocks. Like if you fall into the chair, you feel less hurt if you fall your butt first compared to your elbow. Because butt has thicker subcutaneous layer which has more fat that can absorb shock compared to our elbow with less fat. Hair bulb, where new cells of hair are formed, can also be found in subcutaneous layer. So each hair or follicle rises passing through the dermis and epidermis until it is seen outside our skin. Hair grows when there are new cells forming in this layer. Since we are already talking about hair, I want you to look at your hair. Can you think of an important function of your hair? Though hair is considered as dead cells, it still serves an important role in our body. The hair in our head protects our head from harmful rays and against excessive heat by helping circulate the air around the scalp. Our eyelashes protect the eyes from the dirt and from UV rays. Our eyebrows deflect sweat to protect the eyes. And hair from the nose filters the air that we breathe. Now, another dead cell in our body that has a vital role is our nails. It is made up of keratin and formed from the roots of the epidermis. Nails enhance our ability to scratch and separate. It also protects our fingers and toes from different kinds of injury. So here are the key ideas that we have to remember. The integumentary system protects the body's internal living tissues and organs. It protects the body against invasion by infectious organisms. It protects the body from dehydration. It regulates body temperature. It also helps the body dispose of waste materials such as the sweat as its excretory function. And it acts as a receptor for touch, pain, heat, and cold. The integumentary system is composed of different organs such as the skin, hair, nails, glands, and even nerves. Now that we are already equipped with enough knowledge about the integumentary system, let us now try to answer these questions. So here is the instruction. Type a smiley face if the given sentence is true and sad face if not. Are you ready? Let us begin. First, the main functions of integumentary system are to protect body's tissues and internal organs, protects the body from infectious organisms, and protects the body from dehydration. Is it a smiley face or a sad face? If your answer is smiley face, you are correct. Next, the skin is the largest organ in our body. A happy face or a sad face? Again, if your answer is smiley face, you are doing great because the answer is smiley face. Third, epidermis is the skin layer where oil and sweat glands are located. This is the layer where oils and sweats are produced. So what is your answer? So if you put a sad face in our comment box, you are very good. Oil glands and sweat glands are found in dermis, the second layer of the skin. So the answer is sad face. Fourth, the subcutaneous layer is a layer of the skin made up of fat that makes our body warm. A sad face or a happy face? So if your answer is happy face, you are absolutely correct. And last one, sebum is the oil produced by oil glands that can be found in dermis. A happy face or a sad face? So for the last one, the correct answer is happy face. You are really doing great, grade 6. All right, I know you still have questions in mind that you want to ask. Feel free to type your questions in the comment box. I will be waiting for your questions. So let's wait for the questions to come in. So there is one good question in the comment box. It says here, why do we sweat? Nice question. So sweating is the body's response to overheating. We sweat to cool down our body. This is the reason why we sweat when we exercise or do some physical activities. So please don't get mad at your body when you are sweating. It's just doing its job to maintain your body temperature. Thank you for your question. So allow me to read one question in the comment box. It says here, why do we get tan when we expose ourselves from the sun. So can you still recall the melanin that I have said earlier? Melanin is produced by cells called melanocytes. It provides some protection against skin damage from the sun. And the melanocytes increase their production of melanin in response to sun exposure. So, the more production of melanin because of too much exposure from the sun, the darker our skin can get. This is the reason why we get tan when we do sunbathing. So I can still see that comments are still coming in our comment box. So please reserve those unanswered questions to your science teacher in your follow-up discussion tomorrow. So kids, do not forget to attend your follow-up discussion tomorrow. So for your home learning task, answer pages 4, 5, and 6 of the second quarter module. So don't hesitate to ask questions from your science teacher. So before we end this session, I want you to remember this line. Your skin is your best accessory. Take good care of it. And how do we take good care of our skin? Of course, we should take a bath regularly. Use mild soap suitable for the skin. Pat dry. Moisturize dry skin. Drink a lot of water and eat foods with lots of vitamins and minerals for natural, youth-looking skin. Remember that sunlight is good for the health as it activates vitamin D in our body. However, too much exposure to sun can be harmful. And do not forget to apply sunscreen or wear protective clothing when you are out in the sun, especially for a long time. So once again, I'm Ms. Sheila Jane C. Tesorero from Paso de Blas Elementary School, your Science 6 Valenzuela Live teacher, always reminding you to stay safe, stay healthy, and stay indoors. See you again next week in another Science Terrific episode here in Valenzuela FB Live. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you for listening.